Procurar chifre em cabeça de cavalo.
Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Dylan and today I'll be doing something totally different than I normally would. Normally I would make music video reactions. I did a lot of Brazilian reactions. That's why I'm doing this video. If you want to check out those, click somewhere up here. Yeah, today I'm doing something very cultural. Since you guys really seem to like my videos, my Brazilian followers, I thought why not just do something cultural and have a little fun with language. I usually suck at languages, so I don't even know any Portuguese, but I did notice while listening to music that a lot of Portuguese words do sound similar to English words, so I'm just gonna try it out, try to guess what the translation is and what it actually means. I've heard they're weird. I made a friend make a list of all kinds of Brazilian expressions and I'm just gonna try and guess them, and I hope I will at least get one, but I don't think I will. I'm gonna fail so hard. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, hit that like button, hit subscribe and a notification button if you want to see more in the future. Please share the video with your friends if you think it's funny that some random Dutch guy is trying to guess what your weird expressions really mean. I'm just gonna start right now. I hope you enjoy. This is the first word.
Molhar o biscoito.
Molhar o biscoito. Biscoito sounds like biscuit, which means biscuit or cookie. Mole hair, like hair on your biscuit. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say hair on your biscuit, and it means that you find something very, very disgusting. Dips the cookie. A Brazilian man does not have sex, he dips the cookie. Wow, so you go up to your girlfriend and you're like, hey babe, I'm just gonna dip my cookie or something like that. Oh my god. Do you really say that? I feel like I'm being punked, and I really didn't think there would be anything sexual in here. Like, I thought more day-to-day things, but if you do say this, that's really weird. Next one.
Pendurar as chuteiras.
Pendurar as chuteiras. Shoot. You're shooting. Pendurar. You're shooting. You're pending to shoot, which would mean waiting for your next big thing. Hang your football boots. A man does not give up or retire. He hangs his football boots. So it's actually the opposite thing of what I thought it was. Brazilians really do like soccer and football though, right? So I do understand this one. Next one is
Enfiar o pé na jaca.
Enfiar pé na jaca. Something with not a jacket, like your coat. Not taking off your coat, which means like you're rude and trying to keep on your coat while you're in company. Puts his foot inside a jackfruit. You put your foot inside a jackfruit. This one is weird as well. Who comes up with this? Is this really what you say in Brazil? Because I'm feeling like this is not really what it is. Please let me know in the comment section below. This is weird.
Ter cara de pau.
Ter cara de pau. Cara, sua cara.
Que eu vou jogar bem na sua cara.
Which means face. I've learned because of you. Thank you. So I'm gonna say that this means your face is plain, and that means you don't have a lot of depth into you. Maybe? Stick face. The Brazilian is not shameless, he has a stick face. Like a stick, like from a tree. Why? Is there any reason behind this? Because I know in Dutch we have a lot of expressions which don't make sense, so this probably doesn't make sense for Brazilians either.
Descascar o abacaxi.
Descascar o abacaxi. I don't even know. Like discarding, like getting rid of tobacco. Getting rid of tobacco, which means getting rid of your problems. Peels a pineapple. Abacaxi, pineapple. Wow. A Brazilian does not deal with complicated problems. He peels a pineapple. That's pretty complicated to peel a pineapple, to be honest. So that actually does make sense, but I'm really curious if you do say this. Next one.
Abotoar o paletó.
Abotoar o paletó. Wow. Like a pallet or a plate. Abotar, carrying a plate, maybe, which would mean dealing with stuff in your life. Buttons his jacket. Paletó is a jacket, and I thought a jaco was a jacket, but it's a paletó. A Brazilian does not die. He buttons his jacket. Why? Because you button your jacket from your loved ones if you bury them, and oh, I don't want to even talk about this one.
Encher linguiça.
Encher linguiça. Linguiça is language. Maybe something with language. Being from two totally different planets because you don't speak the language. Feel spicy pork sausages. You don't talk about meaningless issues in detail. You feel spicy pork sausages. I don't want to get into that. I'm just gonna feel spicy pork sausages. That's just weird. Next one.
Procurar chifre em cabeça de cavalo.
Cabeça. Cabeça. Is that your mouth? Chifre. It's actually, I think that's like dog in French or cat. One of the two. Something with a mouth. Maybe like punching your dog on the mouth. Oh, that would be very sad. I'm sorry. And I think it would mean like really doing something you don't want to do. Punching your dog on the mouth. Looks for horns on the horse's head. Maybe chifre is like horse in French.
You suck!
I knew it was an animal. So Brazilians do not look for problems. They look for horns on the horse's head. But a horse doesn't have horns, right? That's probably the whole meaning of this. That you look for something you don't want to be looking for since it isn't even there. Maybe? I don't know.
Ensacar fumaça.
Fumaça is like fumar. Fumar is smoke, like it's on the packages of cigarettes if you go to Spain. And sacar fumaça, like something with smoke. I'm gonna go for a room full of smoke, which means you can't see what you're heading for. Put smoke inside a bag. You do not waste time, you put smoke inside a bag. That's wasting time, right? Putting smoke inside a bag, so that's probably why that is what it is. Oh.
Viajar na maionese.
Maionese sounds as mayonnaise, so eating viajar. Eating the mayonnaise, which would mean like really don't want to do that because it's not nice. Do not understand something. They travel through mayonnaise. Well, I'm traveling through mayonnaise doing this video. I don't understand any of these things.
Bola murcha.
Bola murcha. Bola. Bowl. A bowl. Big bowl. Murcha. Maybe mucho. A big bowl. Big fat bowl. Which means big fat flip the finger like a deflated ball. It is a ball. Brazilians do not feel down, they feel like a deflated ball. Aw. That's actually pretty sad. Alright, that does make sense.
Soltar a franga.
Wow, that last word doesn't even sound like the way it's spelled. Solar, maybe sun, franga, afraid, franga? Afraid of the sun, which means you don't want to go out. Release the chicken. Brazilians do not let their hair down, they release the chicken. Are there a lot of chickens in Brazil? That's just something that popped up in my head. I don't know. This is pretty weird. Why would that solve your problems, releasing a chicken?
Colocar a melancia na cabeça.
Colocar a melancia na cabeça. Something with cabeça. Was it not your face or your mouth? Your head. I'm gonna say coloring your face black, which means covering up your problems you don't want to deal with. Puts a watermelon on his head. You do not show off, you put a watermelon on your head. Do you really say this?
O bicho vai pegar.
O bicho. Sounds like ein bisschen, which is like a little in German. A little bit of trouble, which would mean place your footmark on the planet. I don't know. Bug will come and get them. For a Brazilian, things do not heat up. The bug will come and get them. Ooh. I don't want to be caught by a bug, like killed by a cockroach. That will be disgusting. Alright, next one.
Puxar o saco.
Puxar o saco. Saco. Like a sack? Like a bag? I think it's something with a bag. Puxar. Looking at a sack, which would mean that you're wasting time, because why would you look at a sack? Pulls your bag. Brazilians are not bootlickers nor ass kissers. They pull your bag. Like your ball sack bag? I don't know.
Amarrar o burro.
Amarrar o burro. I don't even know. Sounds almost Arab. Ties a donkey. You do not relax, you tie a donkey. I had a very stressful week, so why don't we just tie a donkey? Please let me know if this is made up, because I really don't think you say this. So I was just finishing up on the last two and my camera died, so sorry if the settings are a bit weird right now, since it's a tad bit later and it's getting dark out. Let's continue with the next one, which is...
Manter boca de siri.
Manter boca de siri. I think it's something with your face again. Having a serious face. Siri, like serious, I don't know. Which would mean trying to be professional and trying to, you know, keep it cool. Keeps a crab's mouth. You keep a crab's mouth, and that means you do not keep a secret, you keep a crab's mouth. I'm sorry, I have something to tell you, but could you please keep the crab's mouth? That's weird to me. In Dutch we don't have anything else, I think, for keeping your mouth shut. I find this very funny, but I'm very curious about who comes up with this. This is the last one. Yeah, let's just try to get 1 point out of this whole list of things.
Catar coquinho.
Catar coquinho. Coquinho. Like the way she pronounced it, it sounds like coconut, but when I see coquinho, I would think it means like cock, like the male chicken. I'm gonna say that this means catar. Eating chicken, which means enjoying the finer things in life, or something like that. Alright, let's just hope I get 1 point out of this whole experience. Let's check. Pick coconuts. Shit, it was coconuts. Alright. Shit. And I didn't get the other word, so I would have failed anyways. Brazilians will not tell you to get lost, they tell you to pick coconuts. That is something like you don't want to be doing every day, picking coconuts. I don't find this one very weird, because in Dutch we would say like go and tie your shoelaces, or go and brush your teeth, or stuff like that, just to get rid of someone. So I do get this one. I really enjoyed doing this. It's a bit more of a learning thing. Some of them were so weird, but we have a lot of weird expressions in Dutch as well, so I cannot be too bothered by it. I just really enjoyed it. If you have any other suggestions on what I should do next, please drop that in the comment section below, because I would love to learn new stuff, check something out, or be surprised by anything. I'm just gonna leave it at that for today. Please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and like I said, share it with your friends to let them know what a foreigner thinks of your expressions. I just hope to see you soon in the next video, and I hope you have a great day and great weekend. Bye bye.